It does not, and I rerolled already, so that fails.
Are we back?
We should be.
I'm ashamed of all of you.
We are all back. We are back.
This was the perfect opportunity to rearrange the entire board.
They are guided.
Keep playing like nothing had happened.
Right.
I'm going to smite them. 6, they are smoked. Unless you're going to do anything to stop it.
Sure.
Smiting them.
Sure. What do I need? What'd you roll?
A 6.
Okay. Blam! Nope.
Cool.
Definitely not.
1 wound.
Okay. On these guys?
Yeah.
Blam.
Okay. And since it's the last turn, I am going to use my power to doom somebody. What am I going to do?
Alright, Jen.
I'm going to doom him.
Okay.
Right, so we got the Farseer.
That fails.
Yeah.
There we
Who's
go. Okay.
doing,
Yeah,
who's
we
doing
got
nobody?
Okay. So, he is doomed.
Doing somebody else?
He is doomed.
How are you doing more than one person?
Hi.
You can only cast one
You can only
psychic
cast
power.
once per
Oh,
phase.
well then that was second, so that wouldn't work out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all the powers then.
Stable Blades in the house.
Smite, guide, doom. Cool. And they are guided.
Sure.
Okay, so that's psychics. Shoot times.
Alright, who's shooting where?
Veil Piercer is going to shoot them.
Okay.
Farseer, you have Singing Spear, and...
Oh, I don't know why I'm looking in the book for a character that's not in there.
And Catapults.
And Shuriken Pistols.
Yep.
So, the pistol, the catapult.
It's a good thing these Imperial ships are built with really tall ceilings.
Well,
Hey, I
hey,
played that
figure
space
out
one.
how the grab chutes landed with the reapers.
Sure.
That's delicious.
They just scuttle
that
on the
is some-
ceiling
that
and
is some
grab sheet
hot
down.
rolling.
Do like
And
3
they are
inches.
doomed. And I always wound on 2s.
Sure.
Alright.
They all wound.
Mm-hmm.
How are you always winning on 2s?
Because she has special effects. It says this weapon always wounds on a roll of 2 up.
That's if you're... That's the Singing Spear.
Yeah.
But you rolled... The Singing Spear doesn't get like a million attacks.
It has 1 assault attack.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but you rolled like 6 dice. Those
Okay,
are all the
so
shuriken
that
weapons.
one
There
hits
you
on 2, but I roll. They all hit
Correct.
anyway.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They all wound
absolutely.
anyway.
There you
Yeah. The Singing Spear.
Wound on 3s?
D3 wounds.
What's your shuriken toughness?
4.
4.
Strength
Yeah.
4.
So 3s don't wound.
That's correct. So the one... That one 5
Well,
was-
then I re-roll these because
Yeah.
you are doomed.
That's correct.
There you go.
Ooh, there we go.
And
Much
these,
nicer.
that's even better because these are 6s. So -3 AP.
Okay.
And then 2 regular, and then 1 regular. So-
Does the green one do the same amount?
This
of
one
damage?
does different damage.
There we go.
Alright.
So
So you get...
The green are -3.
okay. So 6s, 3.
You have a
No?
normal save.
Oh.
Terminators?
Oh yeah. So what did it? No, 4s.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't use Terminators enough. For as good as they are.
I mean, I don't use any of this stuff enough.
right. Crux Terminatus.
Can you watch
They have
chat
5+.
while he's gone?
Sure. I mean, I gave you your favorite unit.
You did, and they've been kicking ass this game.
And all I get is I don't use these things. Oh, well, all the ones you needed to roll not 1s on.
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Alright, how much damage do they
So this one does 1 wound,
do? Okay.
and all the rest of them does 1 wound. So this was
So I take 5.
Yeah.
Well, I take 4 because I saved 1.
Right.
Okay, 2 dead.
okay. So that's her, and now these guys. Wraithguard. So they've got assault D3. Now, do I re-roll that D3 for each person in the unit?
Huh?
Because they have assault D3 weapons. There are 6
Yeah.
of them. So do I roll?
Well, this is to determine the amount of attacks you get.
but it's per weapon, right?
Yeah. So you roll 6d.
That's what I was. Okay,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6.
So
Okay.
1.
3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yes.
Did you get your reroll, Jen?
Dark Man gave Jen a reroll.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have a reroll. Great. Okay, and these are. I wound on or a hit on 3s.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, they automatically hit because
Oh,
D
sure.
sides. I have
Oh,
strength
what's-
10.
What's their range?
Banana Andrew, I think that
8
we need
inches.
that as a new like emote. Or something.
The last two are out.
We definitely need
Okay.
the
So
hashtag-
drop like
some kind of
five-ish.
hashtag blade map emote.
Yeah, no, that's been going around today. Hashtag blame Matt.
Okay.
All I've ever wanted is be a hashtag or a meme, so I'm okay with this.
So strength 10 to your tough 4.
Yep.
So 2s.
Mm-hmm.
And you are doomed. So
about one.
2s, yeah, you know that guy.
That is 2 dead Terminators out.
Great.
Yeah.
And it's -4 AP.
well, I got my 5s because invuln. How many is that? 9.
9.
All right, looking for 5s. Ooh.
Nice.
I think they are still dead. One
each.
lives.
1 lives.
Mm-hmm.
It's alright, I'm gonna get you in close combat.
Yeah, that was a real
These
good
2 on
save.
that guy.
Sure.
They each got 1. What do they have here? Flamer. Assault D6. 5. And then there's one other dude, and he just gets plasma grenade. Oh, cool. D6. 5 more.
Cool.
Can I have the greens?
I have
And then-
4 greens.
That's great. I need 5. Perfect. Alright, so the grenades are strength 4. Anyway, I hit on 3s. 1 misses. Strength 4, you are tough 4.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jingo 1980.
Great.
Thank you
That's
for
3.
that Prime subscription.
Yay!
3 saves and a minus.
Thank you.
3 saves minus 1.
Appreciate that.
Okay.
There's
Jen's all business right now.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to hurry.
Hurry for
thing I
what?
should
We don't
be
have a timer
bams.
anymore.
Let's
Oh,
do
that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, chill.
let's do bams.
Bam, bam, bam.
Bam, 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 bam.
Those things.
It's just minus 1.
Okay.
Nothing
And,
shiny.
A Harry. Let's
Well,
do a
it was on
Harry.
here?
Yeah.
Dead.
Great! That wastes the rest of those awesome, cool shots. My Farseer will hit them then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo!
Woo!
5 Jingo. I think he's gonna be good here.
I'm gonna use my Singing Spear, because why not?
Sure.
I hit on 2s.
Okay.
That's great. Strength 9.
Can you see?
Totally.
Can you?
Totally.
Remember, this doesn't exist.
Totally.
Sure. Fine. What am I doing?
Strength 9. What's your tough?
4.
I always wound on 2s, but that doesn't matter yet.
Great.
That's fine. They already went. These guys on that guy.
The librarian.
Librarian. I feel very dirty trying to attack a librarian. Aletta is not happy with us. I'm going the wrong way.
I don't know. I ruined everything. Wait, figured it out.
Did you shut down the stream too, Abe?
No! I don't shut to the stream because I know what not to touch.
Everything?
Anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's this very
Okay,
little.
one's
what is
got a
it?
plasma
What is the
grenade.
bell bam? It's the
2
I don't
shots.
know.
I'm confused.
It's our BAM emote.
I'm gonna be over here.
Yeah, somehow the bam emote.
Okay, so
didn't
this is a
ban
plasma
emote
grenade.
and just typed it out.
This is a Scorpion's Claw.
Okay.
So that's 2 dudes, and this unit is missing 1 guy. So there
Alright,
are
guys.
6 other dudes.
I'm gonna try something.
Uh-oh.
Try 6. Okay, and we are hitting on 3s.
What are you trying?
I'm afraid.
Okay, cool.
Did it work?
Grenades,
Yeah, totally.
What happened?
Nothing.
Well, then
claw.
if did you try to do nothing
Yeah.
and you succeeded at doing nothing?
Yeah.
Great job.
I know.
Leisure
And what is
unlocked.
the
I mean, it wasn't
What's
ever.
the toughness of your Wabwarian?
Probably just 4.
Yeah, 4. I'm sure.
Okay, and
we'll see
we
4.
are
Oh, scorpions.
okay. So
Mhm.
4 and 4, so hitting on 3s.
Okay, we got the
Hitting
scorpions.
on 3s.
4s. If you're strength 4.
Okay, so those all miss.
Ties are 4s.
Plasma grenade is also 4. Great. And Scorpion Claw also 4. Great. So you've got 1 at a -1,
Okay. That's it.
and the other one is a regular.
Okay. So 3 and 4.
Each one just does 1 damage.
Yeah. Alright, take 1.
1 damage.
I can have a damage die.
You may. That's all those dudes. These dudes to these dudes.
Sure.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. So again, 1 grenade. 6. Nice.
Ooh.
I'm gonna use some rhino smoke here.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And the claw, which is 2.
The scorpions
Yeah,
finally attack.
I know, right? The last possible turn. And then 4 regular dudes.
I'm gonna slink behind you.
Go ahead.
Sneaky think.
Well, that was more of a saunter, but you know, same idea.
Okay.
I forgot I had a fig bar in my pocket.
These are the claw.
Okay.
Fours. This is the grenade.
I did a thing.
Also 4. So
What'd you
that's a
do?
thing.
That.
He did.
It worked.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, the transition.
Abe can actually move from one to the other.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, so
So you've
Jen,
got 1 and a -1.
we have these scorpions
That was me, guys.
attacking these guys.
Make it.
Okay. 1 regular.
Don't make it.
Okay.
Whoa.
1 at a
That was 2 wounds.
-3.
Because of 2 wounds.
Primarily. Damage die, please.
Nope, gone. Just someone's damaged.
1 at a -3.
Now he's dead.
And then 1 more regular one.
1 intercessor. Are these Manda Blasters that you're doing?
No.
What's the AP on this?
Mana blasters are only in combat.
Oh.
Fight.
Oh, you're shooting. Okay.
What AP on this last one?
Regular.
Okay, make it.
That's that.
Okay.
My banshees on that guy.
Okay.
The Banshees are shooting right here into these guys.
And they have the Exarch with the Executioner, but that's melee. So they just get pistols. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And we hit on 3s.
Hey, Matt.
What's up?
Question.
Yeah.
Are you playing the upcoming tournament?
This Sunday?
No.
Not this Sunday, the next Sunday, the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
You have 1 at a -3 and 1 regular. And that's on this guy.
Red 3, blue 4. 6. Make them both.
Ooh,
Boom.
nice.
Nicely done.
Woo.
They're not doing anything. They're not doing anything. They went. That's all of that. Okay, so combat times.
Sure.
All right. Declare
They
charges.
are
The
real
11th?
close, and you don't get to Overwatch.
No, wait,
Yep.
what's today? No. The 4th?
Yeah.
No.
She's the only remainder of her.
My
Yes,
mother
she's
is coming
holding
to
that
town.
objective down.
All right.
These guys, you can make Overwatch on me.
Always
Okay.
some
Okay.
excuse Matt has.
The Scorpions
Yeah.
are declaring a charge on the intercessors. You got 6 polka shots.
I'ma soak you.
Ooh!
Nice.
Woo! 3 6s. That's
Alright.
That's
that hurts.
tasty times.
What is your toughness? 3?
3.
That would be 3 wounds.
Nicely done.
AP 1.
Oh, you get.
You get saves.
You totally get saves.
I always forget my
Yeah,
saves.
she's been
4s.
forgetting saves.
Nicely
There you
done.
go.
Wow, making
Yeah.
them all.
Great. And they're obviously very close.
Yeah,
so.
just good.
Yeah, even on Snake Eyes.
They're all in. Why am I hissing? Scorpions.
I don't
don't
know
hiss.
why you're hissing.
Maybe
That's
scorpions
strange.
hiss. What sound do
feel
scorpions?
I feel like scorpions could hiss.
They could make some kind of a
Overwatch
weird
from the
hissing.
sky to these guys.
I'll shoot you with a bolt pistol.
Okay.
Hey!
Nicely
Right-
done.
right in the-
Overwatch.
Right in
Yeah,
right in the
that'll do it.
face.
AP 1.
We made it.
Yeah, make it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. They are also in.
Yep.
But go ahead and roll it just to see how much the guy's in the back.
Well, I mean, because everyone's just going to sort of shuffle up.
You make a charge roll with 2 dice. That's a 6. Okay, you're fine.
It's a good charge there, Jen.
Thanks.
I like that 1-inch charge.
Yeah, it's real good.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna shuffle towards you
Yeah.
very slowly
It's
and
just,
sensitively.
a jump.
That's
to
like
the
how you
left.
charge like when you're like at the post office.
Yeah.
Just slowly.
How much range does this guy have for Overwatch?
Like a lot.
24.
Yeah.
So a lot farther than you can charge him. So he will get to Overwatch you regardless.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Why not?
Veil Piercer?
Is that Veil Piercer?
No,
All right.
that's them.
Oh,
Oh,
them.
okay.
Oh, okay. All right, these guys. Wraithguard onto the last
Nice,
remaining
too.
Two hits.
2 hits with the assault cannon. What's the toughness? Their toughness. I think you went on
They are
4s.
Yeah,
tough.
1.
Yeah, 1 wound. What's the AP on the?
They are tough
1.
6.
Okay, a 4 up. 4 up on
How
your
many?
save.
What's
1. 1 4 up save makes it good.
Cool.
All right, now this one you got to roll. What do we got? Charge distance of 5. Maybe. They're not that far away. They only have to be within.
It
1.
is 5 inches.
Yeah, that is.
It's legit 5
They're
inches.
less than 6 from you,
I'd say they are 6 away.
which is
5 inches towards you and 1 inch.
No, they're like 6 in a scotch.
That's not even.
you're doing it diagonal.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
it's from the base.
You're doing
it's
it
not
from the
diagonally.
ground to the
That's a
top
bigger
of his
distance
head.
than that.
Yes.
All right, fine.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, reroll. There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Okay.
All right, 1 command point for the
Being
Eldar
fair,
used.
being fair.
Get them all in there. And the Eldar are down to 3 command points. Oh, 8. No idea how to do that.
Abe doesn't know anything.
I'm ignorant.
But you know what? There's nothing wrong with being ignorant.
There's not. It's only willful ignorance, which I am.
And I'm not going to bother with those
Well,
guys.
that's fair.
We're just going to
But
do
that's
that.
a different issue.
My Banshee is on your guy over there.
Okay.
Or actually, you know what? I'll start with my Wraith Guard just because I'm turned to that page.
Okay.
Um,
I'm going to heroic intervention with Arnold.
Can you do that before I've taken my first thing?
Yeah, it's as soon as the Abe. When does heroic intervention happen?
After the end of the charge phase,
Okay. Yeah.
So
So,
that
I'm
counts.
or after she completes a charge. I'm not. certain.
right. Yeah, I'm heroic interventioning with Arnold.
Okay.
But because he has whatever of heroes, he gets to always fight first, even before chargers.
Okay, go for it.
So I get my 5
Oh,
attacks.
Arnold, that's a cool. That's
Yeah,
a,
that's real
that's,
good.
that's
That's
a
real
good. That's
It is
He could
technically
kill
the
them.
end of the charge phase.
Okay.
that's that sneaky tournament player inside of.
No.
Whoa! Oh my god!
Damn!
Now this is
I'm
Arnold's
not even
attack.
mad.
Those
I'm
are-
impressed.
Those are Arnold.
This could win Matt the game.
That is a Yahtzee right there.
Yeah.
Technically, like
Yeah.
here's a special. Like we should have like there's like
I am
confetti
+6.
should come down. There's like a
So-
siren that goes off.
Artifactor Prime is watching,
yeah.
and he says this is the first time he's seen Banshees make it into combat this edition.
Well, you know,
Really?
if you put him in a space Hulk, it's
Yeah.
You
pretty.
can't
they-
charge them.
they have
How
a
is
good-
that possible?
That's 5 wounds. AP 3.
They always die before they get into combat.
Yeah, because there's a lot of, especially with this much line of sight blocking.
Yeah, this is ideal for Banshees.
Yeah. They've been
Alright,
doing
so
really
I fail 4.
Uh,
So 1 dude dies and
no,
1 takes a
no,
wound.
no. These do D3.
Oh, okay.
They're pressing F to
one.
pay respect to you, Matt.
Oh, thank you. Press F to pay respects.
Yes.
2 damage.
That's 3.
The next one,
1 damage.
and the last one.
2 damage.
That's exactly another one. You kill
Oof.
2.
Nicely done.
That could have been
Nicely
so
done.
much better.
Yeah, well, I'm okay
come
with it.
on, you got a Yahtzee.
I
There's
did.
no whining.
Still, though.
There's no whining after you got a
Okay,
Yahtzee.
so we've got Wraith Guard Fists. We get 1 attack each, and there are 4 of us. Bait! We wound or hit on 2s.
Who's this on? The Terminator?
Yes.
Okay.
She wants that squad. She goes for
We
the
are
points.
strength
Yeah.
5.
Tough
so you're
4.
tough
Toughness
4.
4, 3s. Yeah.
Great.
And
2 of
what-
them.
what's-
Negative 1 AP.
Alright, 3s.
Just because they're strong.
Make them.
Ooh, double 6s again.
Yeah.
They are not dying.
yeah.
Oh shit! I wanted to bring
late.
her in. I didn't do it.
You
I'm
did not do it.
not gonna kill that unit, and that sucks.
And that,
You
and
still
then,
win.
and then we have
Don't
2,
worry about
and then we have 2 assaults over here and over here.
I already.
Oh, and over here.
Yeah, my banshees. Let's do my banshees first.
Sure.
All right, so you got this is the actual good one that almost never. Yeah, they can all fight. So you have 5 normal banshees and then the Exarch with the executioner. The normal
Well, the
banshees.
last 2 don't get.
No, they should be
They're within.
because they're
an
within
inch
an
of-
inch.
Yeah.
Because their bases are little. Those inches are smaller than an inch.
Fine.
They are.
Is that
Fine.
legit? Is that legit?
And they're going to be like,
Well, aren't they supposed to be an inch?
no, absolutely not.
Really?
There are some bases that are smaller and some that
Oh.
are bigger. Oh yeah,
Okay.
Are we sure
Yeah.
that's legit?
yeah. Like those guys' bases are an inch. These
Yeah.
are certainly not.
Okay.
Okay.
I just assumed they were supposed to be an inch. Okay. Just using old models without standardized addition rules. I don't know.
There are no standard. The Eldar still come on those bases.
Okay.
It's
So I
that
did
it's that
say.
the bigger models come on larger bases.
Right. No, I mean that's a
No, I guided them.
Subtle
notable
advantage for the
advantage.
Eldar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and I had the thing, and I didn't.
What's that?
All right, we're
I
doing this
guided
thing.
and doomed them over there, and again didn't do it, even though the tokens are on them.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
it's so bad.
Yeah.
All right, so you got
Alright,
all. So those are all
so
hits,
Those
Or are those wounds?
These are hits.
Okay. Wounds.
Power sword is
Power-
strength 3.
Yeah, the power sword's wound on.
Executioner is strength 4.
Right, so 4s
so
and 5s.
5s and 4s.
Yep.
Synthetic Divine is hoping that his prophecy of you winning, Jen, still comes true.
1 at negative
Grace
3.
and Harry.
Yeah,
Praise
Jen's gonna win this. This is just for fun at this point.
Alright, let's go.
1 negative 3, and that's it.
Okay.
Everything else missed.
6.
Yep.
Blom.
Nice.
Dead.
Great. Great. These guys to this guys.
Yeah, this is a pretty thorough Eldar victory, actually.
Which is the
We'll-
first time
we'll
I've
see.
ever gotten one like this.
I'm
Alright,
not going to
so
say it's pretty thorough. You
I
have
have 3 points.
Solo Hunter 324. Thanks
You're
for
also
that
going to get
follow.
points for those 2
Yeah, you got
objectives,
the,
though. So
Welcome
that's
to the
something.
Belfry.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. I don't
Okay.
count objective points.
I select a single infantry unit within 1 inch of my unit.
Okay.
That's those guys. I roll a d6 for each model in the unit.
In the target unit, so 4.
3.
3. Go ahead, and you're looking for 6s. She got one.
One
That's a
6.
that's a mortal wound.
That is a mortal wound on him.
Okay.
So 1 wound on him. Mana blasters.
Yeah.
And
Bam, bam.
now they fight.
Alright, and my Exarch gets my Scorpion's Claw.
Yep.
Which is 2 attack.
Now
Oh,
these
3
guys
attacks.
will not all be able to fit. So it'll be like
Where
those 2 will be out.
is... May I have another
Yeah,
colored
There's
die?
2
Yeah,
minimum
yeah,
probably.
Can I have another colored die? Whatever color, I don't care. Alright, so that's the Claw of
Mhm.
Doom. And what did we say who doesn't get to attack?
The 2 guys in the back.
The guys in the back. So I've got my 1 Exarch and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra dudes.
Yeah. 5 dudes. They're
2,
getting,
3,
I think, 3 each.
4, 5. 2 each. The Exarch gets 3.
Right, but then they have swords, and I think those swords give them
The
bonus
chain
attacks.
swords.
No. Just regular melee.
Okay, the biting blade.
Yeah.
No, the biting blade is. You want the scorpion chainsword. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just regular.
Okay.
They just get a +1 to their strength.
Okay. Let me check something real quick. Making sure.
I get this.
Checking up rules.
Yes. Okay, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
So, woo!
Whoa!
So these 2 spawn 2 more attacks.
Right.
Okay.
You get, the Exarch gets bonus attacks on 6s.
So that's 1
Mhm.
So
extra
4,
attack.
4 hits with the claw.
Cool.
These guys hitting on 3s.
Pretty good. Go Scorpions.
Okay. And
And these
the
guys are
chain
+1
swords,
strength.
+1
Yeah.
strength. So that's 4, strength 4, and your tough 4. So 4.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm knocking shit over.
Scorpions are the strong aspect warriors. They
Yeah.
work out. They're
Right.
The only strength 4.
Yeah, so far, her having to wound on 5s has really been saving me.
That is what.
Yeah.
That is the weakness of
Alright,
Banshees.
so 1
Yeah.
wound on that.
That's why you really have to doom your opponent to make Banshees work.
Yeah.
You gotta get the rerolls on those wounds. Scorpions don't need it as much. Ooh,
Yeah. Absolutely.
that probably kills. Well,
6, and their strength times 2, so
Yeah, you're
that
fine.
is a 6, strength 6. So I wound.
those
on
all wounds, and what's
3s?
the minus on the claw? -3.
No,
-2.
these were hits. I have to roll ones.
Oh, okay.
No.
No, those were the wounds.
Yeah, it was
and
a
you
6,
wounded.
a 6,
That's
and a 3.
correct.
So they're all 3 minus 3.
Okay, so 6s.
6s.
And
Fail.
that's D3
So that-
wounds each.
Okay, so
Ooh.
1 guy dies.
One guy dies.
That's 3.
Another guy
That's
dies.
another guy.
And the third one has
One.
1 wound.
1 wound.
And
Oh, and right.
Yeah.
And kills.
And 3
that's
wounds.
it.
Hey guys,
What's up?
Mars wants me to let you guys know that her mom is gonna be okay.
Okay.
She
Oh,
wanted to
I-
send-
All is well.
What happened with Mars'
Her
mom?
mom fell.
Yeah, she went to X-ray.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad she's okay.
Yeah.
Her
That's
mom,
awful.
Her mom fell.
Okay.
Okay, the only thing we have left is this guy over here.
Yes.
So again, we've got
The Exarch and I'll put the last 2.
D3, or if I roll a 6,
Yeah.
you take a thing,
Nope.
you don't.
No mana blasters from
So
him.
we've got these. None of them are 6s, so they don't spawn anything else.
But they do all hit.
And I've got 1, 2,
Same thing, 5. I think.
and these back 3 guys aren't in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the back 3 guys.
Is
are.
this guy in?
He's not even
Way
standing
in.
up
Not
right.
even in.
No.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 regular dudes?
Yeah, so
Sure.
8 attacks with Scorpions.
There you go.
On the Librarian,
Mhm.
super action. Not with rolls like that, okay. Those wound on 4s and 3s. The Exarch wounds on 3s. Okay, he wounds twice. And that's not it. Alright,
Okay, so
those are
minus
-3.
3.
Okay.
And these ones are just
And
regular.
those are full saves.
3s and 6s.
Oh, no, yeah. -1. Nope, not -1. Regular.
3s and 6s.
Sorry.
That's fine. Alright. Take 2.
The blue one.
Artifact Prime, thank you for that
Is 2
follow.
wounds?
Welcome
Hey.
to the Belfry.
Thank you.
2.
Glad you could
Hey,
join us.
welcome.
That
And,
might be it for the
watch some Eldar
librarians.
Close Combat here.
Let's see. Because librarians have 4
Seems
wounds.
like
Yep, that's
we've
it for
won 'em
librarian.
over with our rad Eldar Close Combat
Nice.
skills.
And that's all my combat. I have to make morale for my Wraith Guard.
Sure.
You could kill them. Alright, they have leadership 9. They lost 1, 2, 3, 4 dudes this turn.
They're exactly
Yeah,
fine.
you're exactly
9.
fine.
Great. He's his own thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everybody.
Yeah.
All right, now we're gonna
So
rack
that's
up. So what did
Yeah.
you destroy this turn?
Yeah, a lot of
Um,
stuff.
A lot of stuff.
What
And
did
you're
she
gonna have
get?
to tell me what because I can't
She
see
got
any of it.
no, that's fine. She got the aggressors. She got the intercessors.
Okay.
She got the librarian. And I think
that
that's
was it.
Okay, so add those up.
Oh no, these guys over here.
Tactical
the
squad.
two-
The
little
attack
dudes.
squad. Yeah. Okay, so let's
I
see.
now no longer feel like a total and complete failure against
Paragon
Matt.
627, thank you for that subscription.
Hey,
Paragon,
thank you so
sure.
much.
We appreciate that. Everyone here appreciates that.
Hey, can you switch it to the main cam?
Absolutely.
Because we're done with the battle, so we might as well have peeps.
Yep, we're just going to. we're gonna.
So yeah,
point it up.
anybody who hasn't already and is thinking about subscribing to our channel, we would really much rather have you guys go over to Patreon and subscribe to us there. Reason being, we get 95% of the proceeds on Patreon versus a 50% of the proceeds that happen on Twitch. So if you hit ! Patreon in the chat, that will pull up the link to our Patreon page, or you can just go to patreon.com/BellofLostSouls. And the other benefit for doing Patreon over Twitch is that you get actual physical rewards for doing so. The
We send
lowest
you
level
stuff.
is the Bulls exclusive stickers. We've got t-shirts, we've got mugs, we've got cosplay prints, and we've got some really shiny bonus content that you only get for being a Patreon subscriber. That is all new. We are actually editing a video today that is Patreon only. It's real good.
It's really good. We can tell them what it is.
But we definitely appreciate however you choose to support us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, seriously, you guys are the reason why we are able to afford the time to do what we're doing here.
Whatever
the
you
more
guys-
that you guys do that, the more we can do
67,
it.
thanks for that follow also.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so
Doing
much.
it
Welcome to the
backwards, we
Belfry.
appreciate
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Those are my favorite people who subscribe then follow.
I like it. Yeah,
I
it's,
love you
it's
guys.
a little
Okay,
unconventional.
so
27 points for Eldar.
Great.
on top of the.
And then it's 10 points per objective, right?
on
So
top
we
of the
each
10?
get 20 additional points.
on top of the
top-
10 that
yeah,
they
yeah.
already had.
Mm-hmm.
So 37.
37. And then we both get 20 objective points.
Okay, so 57 to 20. How did you only kill 3 points of Eldar?
My Howling Banshees held on
Yeah.
within an inch of their
I did
lives.
the thing.
You did the
Good
thing.
job. Yeah, so
That's Abe is now adding the role of producer to his resume.
Abe is now associate producer.
Woo woo.
if I had killed this Banshee,
It
that
would
would
have been.
have been those
Wow.
points
It would have
plus,
been an
So that-
extra 6 points. For
plus
you.
not that objective.
You just have. I mean,
Well, if you had done it, I would have moved Veil Piercer over to score
there's
that
just so
objective.
many dead Eldar, but they all.
But they're all parts
You just
of
didn't.
units.
Yeah, you just didn't kill
Well,
any
she
complete
did-
The only
squad.
unit that died in its entirety is my Storm Guardians.
Right, and that's the 3 point. That is
And
crazy
She did a really
because there's
good
so
job.
many casualties,
She
and
did
yet
a really good job of
of
retreating.
pulling units back
Mhm.
as they got weak. Yeah,
And-
that
Yeah,
is.
I think that's honestly what secured me this side of the board was my decision to spend the command points to allow my Howling Banshees to retreat, fire at him, and then get back into him. Because he couldn't overwatch me, it really made the difference. I think I knocked 2 guys off the squad, and that's why when you shot me, it only killed it killed everybody but that X.
Did the monster kill anybody?
No, because
Oh, and we forgot to do the damage on your turn.
the monster. Oh, that
Yeah, the monster.
Yeah.
We didn't
yeah,
even
it's
do it on the last turn, but
Alright.
he killed some of my Banshees on both turns.
That's all that
I think
matters.
It was two each.
Is that the monster killed some people?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, especially in a board like this, I think Eldar really do have a huge advantage because
They're quick.
they're real fast. They're good at positioning, and they can just be wherever they want to. Meanwhile, I'm sort of a
I thought you totally had it. Once the I thought you were going to be able to just crush this entire flank and roll over because you had them in a pincher between the Reavers,
yeah.
who aren't super deadly, but they're really durable with the 2 wounds each because you just got to chew through 20 wounds of guys because it takes a long time. And having the aggressors, and the aggressors are just death to this army. If you can get that one turn, they can't be easily charged.
The one answer that the Eldar really have
I
to
forgot
that.
Reavers have 2 wounds.
Reavers have 2 wounds.
Oh.
They're
Reavers
Primaris.
have 2 wounds.
That's why it takes
Wait, no,
so
you-
long.
That's these guys.
Matt!
Oh.
Matt!
Okay.
Wap,
So
wap,
yeah.
wap, wap.
That's why
How many
Reavers
points were the
are giant
Reavers?
panda. But they're not.
That was at 10 points.
So even without that, I still win the game.
Yeah. But I
You would have had more answers.
I would have
to
killed a
whatever
lot
it's
more
doing.
things over there. Yeah.
Those flamers, though.
Whatever.
It
The
happens.
one thing I think I did really well was getting those howling banshees in there to neutralize that ability.
If I
of fire.
could,
Right,
if I could have overwatched you, they would all be dead.
Right, but
Yeah.
but that's it. She knew that Banshees.
You can't, and that's the
Banshees
reason I
are
put
the
them on this side of
only
the board.
unit in her entire army that can charge the aggressors. Anything
Right.
else pretty much just dies.
Would be
Yeah.
like waste.
So you have to get the Banshees in on them because that's their one weakness.
Yeah.
I was really surprised that Matt wasn't more aggressive over on this side. Like, I left my Farseer out in the fucking open, and you could have just slaughtered
I
him.
totally
I
expected
was
that
really
Farseer to be
surprised
dead.
that you didn't charge with them to get over here. Like, I wouldn't have had
What
any way to
a-
do anything
I just
about
didn't.
it.
What is so funny,
There's
Abe?
a lot of hashtag blame Matt for the
Yeah.
Reavers going on right now.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That is
Face-
fair.
face
I
palming.
absolutely fucked up.
What have
real
we
bad.
learned? We have learned the Eldar will will take a victory any way they can get.
Well, but even if he hadn't killed them all, say he
Oh, yeah.
had,
Yeah.
say they had survived, that would have been 10 less points for me. He would have killed that Banshee, which would have been
Right.
an additional 6 points
I think
for him.
you would have still
So that
won.
would have
It
been
would have been a little closer.
a little closer, but I think I still would have won even without that objective.
Because you,
Because I also could have wiped out that squad. There's no way to know.
That's fair. That's fair. It could have been a very different game.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just tells you the more that you know your list, the more likely you are to have those.
I'm just so
sneaky
used to
strats.
Marines just having 1 wound.
as I like to say, you know, there has never in the 30-year history of Warhammer 40,000, there has never been a perfect game played. Everyone always makes mistakes.
And
Someone
as-
is going to forget something.
I don't know. With the
the
bajillions of
nature of
games
the-
that have been played.
Fine.
No,
Yes, that's
fair.
true.
There's never
Two-
been one.
Two robot.
Never been one.
I don't believe there's ever been one that someone hasn't moved, a quarter of a millimeter too far or something.
Right,
like that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Which is technically an
Which is
imperfect
technically
But
incorrect.
as we say in archery, and I believe would totally be the motto of the Eldar, points are points. Points is points.
All right.
game.
No, but either way, whether or not I screwed up badly, you played a very good game. Good
Thank
game.
you. So did you.
Did you guys like
were
our
a
Did you guys like our
fantastic
map?
We
opponent.
did get compliments
I
on
love the
both
map.
our map and our table.
Thank you.
A
Thank you.
things I could have done better.
Artifact of Crime,
Abe's
really-
always reminding me to control where the battle will happen. I didn't think about that much this game. Whether it happened where I wanted it to or not, I could have done better at controlling the board,
Sure.
and I could have done better with the placement of like my Farseer and Wraith Guard. I think I got tripped up by what was in the hallways and trying to avoid getting shot, which tends to be my area of fault. I tend towards being very conservative instead of just moving out
Yeah,
and doing
which
shit.
I think is like I started that way as well. I think it just you get to the point where you're just like, if I just throw all of my units at them, some will die, but that's
Some might
how
live
the
and it might
game
do the
goes.
thing.
Yeah. It's kind of one of
I've
those
got to
things.
break myself of that.
It's kind of one of those things too. Like I don't like giving gunline armies to new players because it kind of builds bad habits.
Sure.
It makes kind of people just be like,
Oh,
I'm
to
just
like
gonna
stand back and shoot.
right. I'm just gonna set my army up here and
And just shoot
all game and look.
you can approach me if you want.
Which is why it's almost I always kind of like, you know, they're going to lose a lot, but I'd rather have someone be like, you're going to start learning the game playing like Khorne Berserkers. Because even if you lose a lot, it'll get you used to like, I got to be aggressive, I got to maneuver, I got to get out there, I got to, you know, go cap. You know, you have to just take people's ability to just sit back and then be like, okay, now you're in advance. You know, you've played more games, now let's add more firepower elements into it. I like to build it that way
I think
as people start learning.
What did you
I don't
do?
know what
Stop
I did.
using the wrong keyboard.
I did that.
You
That is 2 people today that have used the wrong keyboard.
We got to change our setup back there, or stop letting people who don't know what's up. I think the absolute loser in this game is the Venerable Dreadnought. Plasma cannons are trash.
Yeah, he just sat there. I mean, he scored the objective, which is great,
Yeah.
but he didn't
Yeah.
get to do much.
Plasma cannons are really not
Well,
good.
remember that thing is it's a plasma cannon, but it also has a dreadnought close combat weapon
Yeah.
with a heavy flamer built into it.
I will say the loser on my side is that Farseer. He didn't do a damn thing.
He probably helped.
He smote 1 wound worth of a dude.
Farseers should
And that was
always
all he
have
did.
the ability to be useful, though. I mean,
Well, my mistake
Well,
was he's the one that I dropped in, and I dropped him in with the intent of dropping the Wraith Guard near him.
right.
And because of Matt's great positioning, he locked that down.
Well,
and I couldn't put him anywhere.
Now that the game is over, I definitely think that was a mistake.
Oh, absolutely.
I was
biggest mistake of the game.
because you put him your
and he was by the weak.
your
units
initial plan was that he was supposed to drop in
with them,
and then you separated them because
I didn't
you don't want to waste.
I dropped him in because I had to on the first turn, and then I wanted to drop them in over here, but Matt cleared me out by moving all his stuff up. There was nowhere for me to move them without putting them way back here where they wouldn't have done anything.
Right, but the mistake was wherever you put them, they should have both come in together because a Farseer is a really powerful. Well, he's psychically potent by himself, and his ability to buff is so strong. You want him buffing a really powerful unit. You don't want him to be like. You don't want to devote him to like helping 2 units of Storm Guardians because who cares?
Right. I wanted him to benefit those damn Wraith Guard, but again, I got scared that they weren't going to do anything being back here. They move real slow. I think they have like 5 inches of movement.
And this is a really weird mission too because normally I would say that Death Scythes are the right. Like, you intuitively think Death Scythes should be better in a Space Hulk, but there's something to be said about going with Wraith Cannons just to get the initial volley off when you show up.
Yeah.
Because it sucks to have to land them.
Yeah.
Because, like,
true.
if they'd been able to just be like, because those 10 Wraith Cannons would have just erased like, the Terminators.
Yeah, I'm not even sure the Wraith Guard did a whole lot.
They didn't. I mean, at the end, because I failed to remember my guide in Doom, they didn't even wipe that unit out. So they essentially did nothing.
Yeah. Now, the disadvantage, the advantage of D-Sides, though, is that it does make the unit, especially on a board like this, effectively unchargeable. Because you're going to charge them, and they're all going to get D6 automatic hits that are like strength 10 and just kill you.
I'd argue that because it's so easy to charge from around a corner.
Well, that's true. If you can,
Which he did several times. Mm-hmm. He got some really great charges off.
Yeah, you really want those guys to be like here. Like on a big zone to where you're going to have to charge.
All told, though, I like playing this style of board. I find it much easier to maneuver as Eldar in a board.
Most 40K players freak out on boards like this. They really want big open boards. Like this kind of makes a lot of armies paranoid, makes them really claustrophobic.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I'm happy that we have all the tiles and are able to do boards like this every now and then to mix it up for you guys.
I really like it. It makes you think in a different way than you think when you just play like open board.
I think a lot of armies get very hampered. Like Astra Militarum would be terrible on a board. You know,
it's rough for the guard and spaceships.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Eldar love it because they can just be everywhere they need to.
But I think fundamentally in the big picture of the game, the fact that especially in the competitive scene, people are used to having not a lot of terrain.
Yeah.
And what that does is that artificially skews the game towards shooting armies.
Could you use a board like this in a tournament?
You could.
Would they allow it?
You could, but the problem is that tournaments have so little terrain. They're all tournament organizers are always struggling to have enough terrain, and this is like an insane amount of terrain to devote to one table.
To make the Dragon's Lair tournament more interesting, I would love to see if they would allow us to bring a board like this in and make them play that, just to get a different flow of gameplay since we have the same people playing the tournament every time. To make the top table play a little differently, I think would be really fun.
I assume, and this is a full assumption, the players would not like it.
That is what I would assume also. They would freak out. The way you would introduce it is you wouldn't want table 1 to be that. You would want there to be just like this tournament has 20 tables and we've made 3 of them fairly claustrophobic. And then everyone kind of has a general. But you wouldn't want like all 19 tables are one way and table 1 is very different.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to have a weird...
That's fair.
And especially if they go in, like, if the players go in knowing that there's going to be
that's the thing. They have to know.
Right, so that they can plan around it.
Yeah, exactly.
This was a really fun game.
Yeah, like if you tell them we've done this weird special thing and we've photocopied 20 sheets and you're just like, everyone prepare because this whole tournament, this is inside a Space Hulk tournament. Everyone tune your list accordingly and everybody knows in advance. That would be a really cool tournament.
Yeah, that would be a lot better.
But you can't be like, I brought Armored Company. I have 8 tanks. Well, sucks to be you.
Yeah.
Just remember, the most important thing is that whenever you're doing weird boards like this in tournaments, you have to have the sheet that describes the texture of the board. And
Oh
and
my
you have to
God.
rub the texture of the board to determine the kind of cover and how rough the terrain is.
Oh my god, I forgot about
I
that.
feel like this is Abe being
I have no idea what we're talking about
snarky
right
towards something that happened once.
This was a board I played.
All right, Abe, tell the story.
So this was at a Flames
Well,
of
come
War
on, come on,
tournament.
come on.
All right.
Come on. So
We
Abe
got
was
time. We're just hanging out
Abe was
now.
at Adepticon,
This was at Adepticon. It was the Flames of War.
Flames of War tournament.
which is the World War II historical game. And they had these really beautiful boards, and it was the worst tournament I've ever been to, honestly. Like,
Yes.
the people who ran it were really nice, but it was everything you might find annoying about historicals and trying to, like, do a tournament that was both competitive and too much.
Mhm.
And do it. And I'll preface this by saying, like, I won best general for my faction and got qualified for nationals at this. So it wasn't, but it was still not the best experience. But they had this beautiful desert board for North Africa
Right.
on the table.
like fully like all sloped,
Yep.
like not a board like this
No.
with like hills on it, but like you would see in like a museum, like
Yeah.
all beautiful
Like-
valleys, perfectly realistic.
It was all, none of the terrain you could take off or anything. It was all built into the board basically. But it had this key, and there were various types of difficult terrain you could have in Flames of War. It's not
Right.
just like difficult or open.
Sure.
Right, there's like 8 different
And there
levels
was
of terrain.
literally this key on the table, and this piece of paper that said, that was like, rub the table. And if it's like really gritty, it's super difficult terrain. If it's fine
Oh,
grit, it's
no.
like medium difficult terrain.
And if it's
Like
smooth,
if
like
it's
roads or roads.
if it's smooth like a shaved man, it's like this. If it's smooth like a man who hasn't grown a beard yet, it's this basically. Like, and it was literally like, not even like look at it. It was literally like you have to like feel the table and be like, I don't know if this is fine grit or coarse grit on the table. Let's call a judge over and see.
That is not.
And then
great.
we're
No,
like,
Not
no,
great at
it was
all, no.
it was
and then
like
we're like, we're trying to play this game, but instead what we're actually doing is we're just sitting here
Textural dynamics.
fondling a table.
yeah, like fine on the table.
Hot.
And it was a tournament that did these
No,
weird things.
not hot. Not in any sense of the word hot.
There was another table that was that like there was only one table there, but it was a winner table, and they were using the really one of the sets of rules for snow that's really punishing if you have vehicles.
Sure.
Like basically just like don't move in vehicles in the snow. So if you happen to be a vehicle heavy army and got put on that table, you just lost. Like there was no way you could win that table.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that's the types of things that can happen with really crazy terrain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
Yeah.
But it's realistic, like sometimes
it is,
sometimes
yeah.
you just have to, assault Russia in the middle of winter, and you're like, this will be fine.
But
And then it's not.
And
and it's
Not at all.
It's not good at all.
Not good. All right, guys. I think that's our show.
Yeah, we stalled for a
I'll
while.
come.
I don't know how to push buttons anymore,
Oops,
so.
sorry.
This is now
I'm
complicated enough that Jen
I
has to
haven't
do
pushed
it.
any buttons today. I'll come push buttons.
Oh, you've been
All right,
pushing
guys.
that buttons.
So we are
Yeah,
going to be back
Jen.
next. We will be back next week.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Well,
painting.
Veteran Sergeant and Goat Boy are
Presents
back
the Pope
tomorrow
Show.
with the Pope Show.
That's right.
Everyone enjoy hobbying with them
Mhm.
Yeah.
tomorrow.
What
and
time does
then
that start?
4
Okay.
Central.
Standard time.
Standard time.
Wait, no, is it daylight savings?
Don't even start that. That's crazy.
I don't know.
It's 4 o'clock Central. When your clock says 4.
If you're in Arizona,
Central
it's
time.
really confusing because you don't have daylight savings.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yes. So that is tomorrow, and then we will be back Monday with we'll see. It's either going to be more 40K, but it might be something
Why
Age of.
can't-
It could
I
be
was gonna
something.
say, why can't we talk about what we're doing on
Well,
Monday?
because do we know what we're doing?
That is correct.
Do we know what
we
we're
are?
doing?
We are.
I
We are
thought
checking.
we
We are
were-
checking the mail expectantly to see whether or not we're going to be playing
I
Age of
see.
Sigmar with something new and exciting, or whether we're going to be playing 40K. But we
That's
are going to be
fair.
playing something really cool on Monday. guaranteed.
Darkman, I have continually tried to get them to put a big red button that I can hit that will shut everything down.
Well, apparently
We
we
can
don't
do that.
need a big red button. We just need Larry behind the computer.
And apparently, if I type, hey chat, it's Larry, that shuts everything down.
When you
type on the wrong keyboard.
yes, there are 2 keyboards on my station because I operate 2 computers at all
Yeah.
times. It's great, and everybody in the studio now, because Abe was the last one who hadn't done it. Everybody in the studio has now mistakenly pressed the wrong
Probably.
keyboard from time to time. It's confusing. I do it every
But
day.
I'm the
It's so
only
good.
one who shut
shut the
the
thing
shut the
down.
computer
That's right.
down by typing a phrase.
Larry is really special.
I'm
Yeah.
special. All right, everybody,
Okay,
that is our
that's our
show.
show. That's
We
it.
will and have fun watching the painting streams tomorrow. See you all.
Bye.
Now Don't forget to subscribe. Support us on Patreon. Thanks for watching.